Well, I think parents need to prepare themselves for this particular challenge that they're working on in a child's life. There are some skills that parents need, I think, in order to manage electronics wisely with their kids. One is they need to learn how to be firm without being harsh. Firmness builds character in a child, which is very important in their lives. Harshness damages relationship. But some parents believe that firmness and harshness are the same thing. And so we have to break that down and recognize that we can be firm without being harsh. That's a key ingredient, a skill that parents can develop. Another skill that parents can develop is to not take personally a child's emotions. Sometimes parents take their child's emotional antics personally, and what that does is it allows children to control the situation. So you want to not take it personally. Remember, this is the child's problem. Keep the problem the child's problem. I keep saying that to parents. They love that idea. This is not my problem. This is your problem. And so we're not going to get engaged in their interactions that take us off track. We're going to say, no, I'm not going to talk to you about this right now until you settle down. You have a problem. That's what we're saying here, to not take it personally. I think that's an important parenting skill. Another skill I think parents need is to set limits confidently. Children who can't live within limits are generally discontent with their lives. When children learn to accept no as an answer, they learn to deal with disappointment in a mature way. Look at it this way. Inside of your child's heart is a workshop. And when you say no to a child, they go into the workshop for solutions. Sometimes it's the arguing tool they bring out. If that doesn't work, then it's the badgering tool. If that doesn't work, it's the whining tool. Children have tools in the workshop of their heart, but they need tools for contentment. Tools like gratitude. Tools that say, okay, I can't have this now, but I can be okay with this. Being able to live within limits is important. And so when parents set limits confidently, it can help them greatly. I think another skill parents need is to know how to use parental control when children don't have self-control. Now, some of these parental controls we can actually put on the devices, or we can control them electronically, but children are smart. Some of our teens are smarter than we are when it comes to managing electronics. So you do what you can to do three things. One is to limit the content children have access to. Number two, to limit the overall time they spend on electronics. And number three, to limit the times when they have access to electronics. And you can set those controls up both with the provider of the cell phone and with your modem in your home. You can set these parental controls. It's important to be able to do that. But if your kids keep going bypass those and find different ways to access the internet, then you may have to physically take the phone or get the computer out of the bedroom into the living room or something like that. So parental control is going to be an important skill that parents develop here in managing electronics. I think we also, as parents, need to realize that we can't allow the everyone's doing it or you're the strictest parents in the world to deter you. You must have convictions, and these convictions are driving you to a child who is going to be more healthy because of your decisions. So this isn't about making children happy or just because you're unhappy with what you're seeing. This is convictions that are driving you. I think you also have to be prepared to handle conflict by refusing to interact with an angry child. But you still have to be willing to listen at times and teach them when things are calm. So this ability to handle conflict is a skill that parents develop, and they learn how to practice it with a child who's out of control. So we can do a lot in that particular category. I think overall we need to think past the present convenience of our lives to the bigger picture of health and balance in our children's life. When parents develop these kind of skills in their interactions with electronics and children, then they're ready to move to the next step, which is develop a specific plan for this child.